One giant leap for mankind.
Man, what a machine. Guys, this video is not just showy. In a minute, we're going to the runway and it's educational since I'm going to teach you guys exactly what's in it, the gearing, the configuration, so you can build exactly the same. How, you ask? Well, this is 100% perfect pass RC car. So I consider it to be the best 7-scale RC car in the world because every single part here is the best of the best and everything 100% is finally perfectpassrc.com. So you can build exactly the same by going to the website and purchase all the units. This is also the video that we're actually finally debuting the new Cobra 5 Ace by Castle Creations, Ghost RC, and Perfect Pass RC, which is us. Nice. We're going to use Cobra 5 Ace. We're going to use 40, 90, 18, 12 kV. For the gearing, we're going to start nice. We're going to start with 1-to-1 configuration, 33, 33. Everything here is ready for a speedrun 8S configuration. Let's fire it up. Nice. So in this car, we also have the perfect pass dialed inside the Cobra Ace. This is for professional only. This is dangerous. You should read the instructions and the safety placards and warning placards inside the Cobra 5 Ace box before you use it. Never use it indoors. This is an unlimited ESC. This is not your normal XLX2, right? This is not your normal Cobra 5. This is the Cobra 5 Ace. We have removed all limitations from it, which means that if you don't know what you're doing and you're flooring it, you will literally melt and burn the ESC, the motor, the batteries within 5 seconds. This is no joke. Also, it has no warranty since it's unlimited. If you don't know what you're doing, if you're overgeared, if something is wrong, if the connectors are wrong, if the wires are wrong, it will burn itself, the motor, the battery, the car, and if you're inside your house as well, within literally 10 seconds. No joke. Read all safety instructions. So what do we got here? All perfect pass, like I said. We have gyro, we have perfect pass servo, we have the new perfect pass radio relocate kit here in the front. It's extremely responsive, which I like. Oh, you stop it. Now we have perfect pass actually inside. I'm talking about the launch control, of course, inside the Cobra 5A, so you can set it up. Well, I've set mine to about 5 seconds. I'm on the bench, so I'm not going to do it right here. How about we take it to the runway? Yet beforehand, this is a 40 can. Why don't we build a sister to this car with a 5th scale motor? A big boy, sure. And just like that, it is done. So this is what we've built together, and this is what I built off camera. The only difference is this one is chrome finish, and this one is just silver anodized. Both will be available soon. This one with a big kahuna, a big boy 5690 1350 kV, and the gears 4428. All right, Cobra 5 Ace. All is left right now is to go to the runway and reap. Finally. Let's go. We're at the runway. Track start. Very, very windy day today, so we're gonna have to be very, very careful. And stop. Read 180. So 180 even. All right, 180 miles an hour. We got 660 amp, 665 for the max, and these are the values. Let's try to hit it up a little bit and see if we can get any faster. Ambient temperature of like 95, I would say, and we have a lot of side winds, which is something that we have to consider. A lot of forces that are actually affecting the car while we run, so I'm not sure I want to push it to the limits, but we're gonna give it our best. Still not overcharged, 4.2 volts. We did give a little bit of heat. It will actually lower the internal resistance of the car, of the battery, sorry, hence keeping the voltage higher under load. Track start and give us just a little bit more voltage. We did 180. We're expecting something north of 180. And stop. Read. All right, 182, a little bit less than I wanted to see, which tells me that we're about plateauing with RPM. So I think the only last resort here is to gear up one tooth on the pinion. All right, guys, so we did 182. Again, some side winds and extremely hot today. We're not supposed to do it. This is not a good practice. I wouldn't recommend it. Also, due to the temperatures, the asphalt is just melting. It's boiling. So track start. So the grip is horrible, so we have horrible grip, super hot temperatures, and some side winds. So all the things that are in the speedrunner's textbook saying no. We geared it up. Let's see what we can get out of this one for sake of testing, right? Man, it was hard on the car. It was hard on the car. I could feel it. I could feel it. The car was starting to breathe a little bit more at the end, but she wanted nothing to do with it. The systems are just so hot. But pretty interesting. If we had a little bit more room,
I think I should probably shorten perfect pass ramp time inside the Cobra 5 Ace. If we had a little bit more room, that would probably been even faster. So pretty curious, because I've seen the ESC just struggling with the heat and waiting with timing, and not unleashing all the power since it was so hot. Started breathing at the end, but just for the sake of testing, stop, read. No, 178, that's it, man. It's just too hot. The car wants nothing to do with us. ESC is rock solid though. It's giving us that, but it's just something the car just don't want. It's just choking it a little bit. All right, let's try the other car. Sister car, same about car with a 4090. And we got track, start. All right, so we were plateauing, which tells me that 121 is, you know, on the lower side. Plateauing is very easy to recognize. Just pretty much hear the car, and that's it. Same tone, you know. Nothing changes with inertia. Nothing changes while the voltage is climbing back up after the first initial dump when amperage goes up. So definitely car was plateauing, car was planted, very, very straight. Car did exactly what it's supposed to do, but we definitely need to gear up, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna see it on the logs. Very, very smooth, man. Cobra 5, very, very smooth. And stop, read 172, that's what I figured about. I wanted 180 to 190, but with today's temperature not heating up and whatnot, I'll take it. Time to gear up. Let's pull logs and see exactly what you did. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see lower amperage than normal, simply because we could recognize that plateauing sound that was just so subtle. Dusty, 4090, 33, 33. As we heard, it was plateauing, which means going in and keeping the same, not working as hard. We can see it. We can see a nice linear line here with a climb with perfect pass, launch control, and then we can see the voltage drop that was not as much, and then we can see 500 amps when it comes to the load, and 172 on the speed, which tells us, okay, nice first run ever for this car. Everything works, proof of concept. Let's give it the beans. Let's gear up. Still 4.2 volt, track, start. Still very, very hot temperatures, and the wind shifted to a headwind, so it's going to be a challenging run, but for whatever it's worth, it's a testing day after all. Still gearing up conservatively because I'm trying to really learn what the system is doing in this heat. It's hot, man, let me tell you. And stop, read 178. So yeah, system is still struggling. We will probably gear up more. I'm being very, very conservative because, again, hot. Anyway, let's gear up. All right, the next run should not happen. We're pretty much doing everything we're not supposed to do in the extreme heat. Track, start. If anything, that's a good testament to the Cobra 5 Ace, right? I'm really just pushing it to its limits with super high temperature, super high gearing. And I'm curious what's gonna happen. So 185 to 190, that's what I asked the car for. And let's see if the heat will allow it. The ESC is taking it, man, let me tell you. The XLX2s, they would not take that. We're just throwing everything we can at it. And stop, read, no, 181. Yeah, I think it's done for today. It sucks because I wanted to debut the Cobra 5 Ace. But it's just the temperatures are just brutal in here in the desert. So 181, we tried. Yeehaw! Anyway, back to the studio, let's talk.
All right, now I am going to share a very embarrassing secret with you guys, okay? It's a pretty big secret. This is to blame. Stick with me. So I'm driving back from the runway. I'm driving back home to the shop, and I'm like, you know, something just doesn't add up. Something doesn't add up. The ESC did amazing. Everything did great. The car was good. By the way, it was so dusty. It's a runway in the middle of the desert. I had to really give it a bath, all of it. I had to clean every single part in the car. But anyway, now that we're here, I'm going back home and I'm like, something still doesn't feel right. The car should have been slightly faster. We did like 180s, but I was like, surely with this monstrous setup, like 190 easy. We used to do 190s in our sleep. And then I come back home, it was just too hot. My laptop actually overheated at the runway, so I couldn't use it. Anyway, coming back home, I'm looking at the logs. We did like, I don't even remember now, like 182, I think, right? 180 something. And I'm looking at the logs, and I see the logs, beautiful line, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, voltage was fine. Amperage is a lot. 674, I mean, thank God for the Cobra 5 Ace that took it like a champ, but this is 190 realm. This is 190 numbers, 190 mile an hour amperage. I'm like, okay, I'm looking at the wattage. I'm looking at the temperature. I'm like, sure, it was super, super hot. I'm looking at everything, and I'm like, something doesn't feel right. Something in the car still owes me 5% about, because I wanted like 190, 192, 3. Surely I know single motor, 195, 6, 7, 8. This is really like baller status, and you have to really do a lot, heat up the battery, overcharge, do a lot, right? For a single motor. I mean, the world record is 198 for a single motor, or actually 200 with Sean, 201, whatever it was. And I'm like checking the car, checking everything. I'm like, okay, something owes me 5%. So I'm checking the differentials, they're perfect. Checking the drive shafts, they're perfect. Gearing, match, perfect. Everything was perfect. Checking the wheels, everything is perfect. I'm like, God, how did we lose 5%? And like 3 times in a row. And here's the secret. Backstage, behind the scenes, lately, I've designed a new diffuser for you guys. I wanted to have a diffuser that is a lot nicer, a lot better, helps a lot more with stability and yaw motion. I wanted to surprise you guys. So far, I've been printing a ton of these, trying them on different cars, such as those 2 cars, this one and the other one that we're going to check in a minute. And I said, well, could it be everything else is perfect? Everything is flawless. Something doesn't add up. Could it be the diffuser? And then I sent it to Mike, I sent it to Luke, and I sent it to other very, very smart guys, as well as my modeler, Anton. And I was like, look, here is the diffuser. Is there a way that it actually reduced 5% of our speed while holding the car? Now, I thought that I knew a little bit of aerodynamic. Let me tell you, I was humbled because I did not. So what I've created here is a very, very sick diffuser. It's beautiful. Obviously, this one is printed. The original one is going to be either ABS or aluminum for you guys. You can choose plastic or aluminum. But I'm like, okay, this one is sick. It sits nice. Everything is fine. It's super flat. The back of it is sick. It sits on the car beautifully. It's just all there. And then I was humbled because they told me, look, it might look sick and you thought that you knew aerodynamics, but you did not. Because what you've created here with that slight V shape that is a little bit too open, that angle that is a little bit too steep, what you pretty much created is an air brake. So this entire time in the runway, this car had an air brake that reduces 5 to 10% speed every single run. The Cobra 5 Ace, man, let me tell you, it took it like a champ. That thing, you can throw whatever you want at it. Here's the deal. It's not going to stop. It's not going to cut. It's just going to push. Like whatever battery you put here, whatever it can provide, it will give all of it to your motor. The ESC don't care. It's not limited. It's not going to stop. It's not going to cut. 177 degrees Fahrenheit, and that thing still pushes, not stopping, not cutting, not doing anything, no matter what. Don't even care. Still pushing a ton of amperage. This is big deal, man. 674. We've seen 700 and 800 amps with the Cobra 5 Ace. Let's switch to the next car and see exactly what's up. And when it comes to this beautiful cookie, same exact behavior, same exact characteristics, relatively higher amperage for mediocre runs, right? 170s, 180s, a little bit colder because it was later in the day, like 4 or 5 p.m. Same exact thing, gave it a nice bath and pulled some logs, and it actually revealed all the secrets when it comes to the drag of the car. You guys asked me about those pieces. You've seen it in a different video. They will be available soon. They're honestly amazing. Oversized bearing and whatnot. Both cars presented the same exact behavior because both, of course, were using the same experimental diffuser. It's gorgeous, man, let me tell you. But for some reason, those are actually very, very tricky part to estimate and design because you'll never know what they will do, and you'll have to run simulations every single time you change something in those lines, canards, fins, whatever you want to call them. Apparently, I should start considering creating planes because I didn't know I'm hell of an air brake designer. Anyway, conclusion. Well, one word, monster, man. To really grasp and understand the amount of energy that this tiny 4-inch thing receives, you know, computes to like 70, 80, 90,000 RPM motors and spit it out properly and efficiently every single time while being robust and durable is nothing short of a miracle. I don't think people understand how far we've become with technology, but 600, 700, 800 amps, you know, at high voltage, which 35 is relatively high for 800 amps, received into that little thing, processed properly and spit it out. It's just honestly nothing short of a miracle. So I definitely put my name on it, not just because it has the perfect pass integrated into it right now, but because we actually tested it. There is a huge group of really, really strong guys. The world's fastest runners have tested this one behind the scene for about, 3-4 months now. And, we've changed many things. Many strong drivers have tested it. We changed many things. And we got to a firmware now, the 1.42. It is the release version that is just pretty much brilliant. They are exclusive, so there are not that many of them. You snooze, you lose with these. They are available at perfectpassrc.com. I'm going to put a link in the description. These are pretty robust and durable. We gave it hell today, man. We just gave it hell, and it kept on taking it, and temperatures were extremely high. We were trying 4 poles, 40 cans. We were trying 6 pole, big cans, and it just took it again and again. So pretty happy and very proud of Castle Creations, Ghost RC, Perfect Pass RC, and of course us, the team, the guys that actually drove it for a while now and actually gave their check for this ESC. PerfectPassRC.com. I'm going to put a link in the description. Guys, thank you so much for staying all the way to the end. I know it was kind of a longer video, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it.